Welcome back once again to Crypto Educator, folks. How you all doing? I hope all of you are enjoying your holidays because most of the professional traders are doing that, guys. As you can see that this is the last week of the year itself, right? I mean, no shit. This is the time when most of the professional traders are kind of consolidating their trading activities that they were engaged and involved in for the previous 365 days itself as they begin their new year journey as a whole. And guys, anyways, this is holiday season, right? We're jumping into 2022 and 1 year for Crypto Educator family is also coming to a wrap up, guys. But anyways, in this video we'll talk about the setup, the Bitcoin setup that played out perfectly fine. Then we'll jump into the small time frame analysis for Bitcoin, and then we'll take a look at the trending bias for Bitcoin on the 3-day time frame, guys. Then we have something to talk about on Ethereum as well, because this is kind of looking a little weak in terms of the small time frame price action. And then Solana, guys, guess what, guys? Now just take a look at where this one got rejected from, right? And then we'll jump into something really freaking crazy, guys. Holy freaking shit, Christmas is going on Francium, man. Just take a look at this, guys. We got 3.4 million % APY coming in on MBS USD, KUSDC with 129,000% APY, and stars against USD with 123,000% APY, guys. We'll talk about how is this possible, what the heck is happening right here in terms of the DeFi yield farming as a whole, right? And then we have one little request from Jake Banks, the oldest community, the oldest, not I know, but yeah, one of the highly respectable community member who's been always there for this channel as a whole, right? So we'll take a look at ANKR against USD as well, guys. So without any further ado, let's talk about this price action right here. I mean, this is something that I posted on Discord, I think a week ago, guys. This was pure speculation, but with a good amount of fundamental backing towards the bidding side of things as well, with bullish divergence playing out of the market. So all the three targets were taken out, guys, and Bitcoin is kind of taking that little step back from $51,500 regions, which is where we are completely out of all the leveraged long exposure in the market, right? Going to be waiting for Bitcoin to sort this entire range out, and what we want, essentially, we want Bitcoin to take out the $52,000 regions to the upside, guys. Once we do that, that is when we initiate our move towards $58,000, guys, no less. Nothing less than 58,000, right? But yes, the links to Discord are going to be in the description. It's still open for free. Join the server, guys. Join the server. If this one gets crowded, I think I'm going to be closing this one once again, guys. I'm not a paid group leader, guys. This one is available for free as of now, right? So join the server. It's going to be in the description. Join it for free, guys. Okay, now with that said, let's jump into the TA hocus focus for the day itself, and we're going to be jumping into only charts, guys. I'm going to be having a good animated kind of thing going on for only charts. I mean, just like only fans, I guess. Okay, so in the small time frames, what are we looking at? Bitcoin is coming out clean from the 144 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, although I do not feel that this is kind of relevant as of now, guys. What we can see right here is that once we take out this level to the downside, that is when we're going to be ranging low. We're going to be going to the range lows once again at 45,000 or 46,000, the lower side of 46,000 zones once again, guys. Now if we take out this level, we teleport all the way towards these price points, and similarly on towards the upside, guys. Although I do feel that this kind of price action is a little weak in the market, so we're going to be spending some time going range bound, and most likely we're going to be ranging between these price points, which is when altcoins are going to be certainly the beneficiaries, guys. So take a look at all these setups that are going to be strong against Bitcoin itself in the market. So until Bitcoin is simply range bound, maybe make use of all of these altcoins that are looking good against Bitcoin and Ethereum and other assets, right? So to the upside, if we take $52,000, we're going to be simply teleporting all the way towards these zones, guys. As you can see, the last area of distribution where this massive rejection happened came from $58,000 flat. And this is not your regular ordinary level, guys. I was talking about this on the previous video as well. 58,000 is the zone that we have to take a look at. I mean, essentially, once you clear 52,000, that is where you're most likely going to be going towards, guys. And as we step into January, you can see that the Bitcoin's dominance is also kind of going down, and altcoins are picking up in the market, guys, with Bitcoin looking weak as a whole, right? I mean, Bitcoin dominance is completely obliterated, guys. It is at the range lows. I mean, well, essentially we have been range bound on Bitcoin dominance itself for a very long time, but kind of watching this happen in real time is a different experience altogether, I guess, right? So Bitcoin is kind of getting obliterated in terms of dominance, but this is where we make use of good altcoins in the market, and we simply long the fuck out of good looking setups, right? And we have to play according to our risk management metrics as well, guys. Remember, risk management, position management, equity management, stop losses, and all of these things are supposed to be taken care of. If you do not know what I'm talking about, just take a look at the video, guys. Holy shit, I did not post the second video from Trading Discipline. I have that recorded, but I'm going to be posting that pretty soon for you guys. But take a look at that. I'm going to be posting that video up top somewhere there. So take a look at that, guys. If you're unsure about margin management and stop losses as a whole, that video is going to be helping you a lot, I guess. So below 52,000, there is no trending bias for Bitcoin in the small to mid time frames. So until you are right here, maybe you're going to be going back down into 46,000, 47,000 regions once again if you take out this range low, guys. Now in the 4-hour time frame, we don't have much to talk about right here, guys. As you can see that the head and shoulder pattern came out perfectly coming from the RSI side, guys. You can see that these patterns, they do play out in relative strength index and momentum oscillators like true strength indicator as well, guys. You can see that the head and shoulder situation was not in the price action pretty much, but it was there perfectly fine on the TSI and on the RSI. So as soon as we broke below some key levels on RSI, the price action had a fall through. And where were your price targets? 144 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, guys. Now this is something which is playing out as of now. I don't recommend using this moving average for literally most of your trading activity, but as of now it looks to me like 144 moving average on the daily time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, and various other time frames alongside the 350 moving average is kind of playing out like a charm, guys. Honestly, I mean, this one is looking nice, right? So on the volatility side of things, we see that the volatility is kind of starting to expand right here, guys. We've had our cool down period from this massive expansion of the volatility that unfortunately came to the downside. Holy shit, guys. I mean, this was also kind of disappointing, to be honest with you, but yep, the volatility expansion came to the downside and we're kind of cooling down once again. So once again, the market is brewing up for another move that could push the price action either towards 58,000 or maybe towards the range lows at $45,000, guys. Although with this amount of volatility kind of slipping a slant to the upside, I feel that the relative volatility can simply stay low in the market and we can still sweep the range lows on Bitcoin itself, guys. So essentially you got to be cautious, or if you are just trying to force some trades coming from the market, probably making money is going to be a really difficult task as a whole, guys. So if you think on those terms, maybe joining the Discord community and the server could potentially help you out as a whole, right? So with that said, guys, let's take a look at Bitcoin on the 3-day time frame with the exponential ribbon. The trend is to the downside, right? So until on the macro side of things, once again, guys, 52,000 back again for you right here. Once again, if you go above $52,000 on a 3-day opening and a closing basis, that is when you are simply going to be targeting $58,000 to the upside, with most of the crypto assets strongly related to Bitcoin are going to be looking bullish as a whole, right? I'm talking about all the Cardanos, all the sushi soaps, and all the sushi did amazingly well yesterday, folks. I mean, that was good piece of price action and good technical pattern playing out as well. So what can we expect from these levels on a 3-day basis? Consolidation, chop, sideways behavior for Bitcoin. So do not force any exponential trade from the market until you're below $52,000 as a whole, guys. This is what the 3-day exponential moving average is telling us. The ribbon, the exponential moving average ribbon is telling us, right? So until you're below this price point right here, maybe going for, I don't know, guys, altcoin trades in comparison to Bitcoin trade is probably going to work out better in the market, right? With that said, let's talk about Ethereum right here, guys. So Ethereum is going to be sweeping this lows once again. I mean, most likely it is going to be having that retest of the 144 exponential simple moving average once again on the daily time frame, which is situated at $3,800 flat, guys. This was as clear as it can get right here. I mean, this is literally at $3,800 right here. So expect a retest of $3,800, and if we lose this one, maybe we're going to be resolving a big grind and squeeze to the downside as well. That is when we're going to be targeting the range lows at $36.50 regions, guys. That is where most of the, let's just say, the leveraged long exposure in the market could potentially get wiped out, guys, right? I mean, imagine all the people taking leveraged long exposure right around these levels before any confirmation of the breakout, right? I mean, essentially, if you go down onto these levels, this is like a 10% wipeout. So all of your 10x leverage positions are going to be wiped out. And if you take out this level to the downside, anything above 10x leverage, I mean, more or less 15 or 20x leverage is probably going to be wiped out from the market if we take out $3,600 to the downside, right? So maybe that is potentially something which could happen. So which is why, guys, we don't deal in numbers which are fucking beyond 5x leverage, right? I mean, that's anyway fucking madness, right? So get rich slow, guys. Get rich slow, right? There's no need to get rich quick, right? If everyone was about to do that, probably the world would simply go upside down, guys. I mean, things don't work like that. The financial markets are essentially, okay, crypto markets essentially are a direct wealth transfer from the from the impatient people to the patient people, guys. This is what happens again and again in crypto markets as a whole, right? So we're looking at that potentially happening once again. And before any confirmation coming from this breakout, I mean, going for any long exposure on Ethereum is kind of going to be a little risky in the market, guys. So until that happens, until on the daily time frame we close some candles above $4,100 regions, having a leveraged long exposure in the market is certainly not going to work out as a whole, right? So patience required for Ethereum once again as we kind of sweep the range lows at 3,800 to 3,600 regions once again, guys. Proceed with caution as we are entering the 31st of December, I guess, guys. Okay, with that said, let's jump on to Solana right here, guys. This one is, well, as fucking expected, guys. Holy shit. I mean, playing out to the T right here, this kind of stuff happens rarely, but when it does, I mean, this kind of surprises me a lot, guys. As you can see, I've been talking about Solana against the 350 moving average on the 4-hour time frame again and again and again. This is literally the third video I've been talking about this price action, guys. So what is happening right is that most of the consolidation phase on Solana, as you can see right here, and maybe below that as well, because we don't have the price action, right? So most of the consolidation phases on Solana, they do happen beneath the 350 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, guys. Now, as we simply progressed to the upside, it was a simple retest of the 350 moving average coming from the $204 regions, and as of now we're getting rejected, with Bitcoin also losing some key levels to the downside, guys. So what can we expect on Solana? This is a clear-cut support area right here, guys, and as you can see that Bitcoin is also currently at a small time frame support zone. So in the small to mid time frames, maybe essentially until this daily candle closes, we can expect bounces coming on Solana, right? The first bounce can come simply from these exact price points, which is at $189 regions. But if you see 4-hour price action kind of trending below $185 regions, that is when we kind of sweep the range lows and at least target this entire price point, guys. As you can see right here, this is area of high interest, right? Most of the price action is happening alongside this price action right here. So this is going to be your $170 region on Solana. Once you lose this one, you're going to be targeting this one to the downside, guys. Although I do expect a lot of chop to play out in the market with this kind of price action, which is why, guys, as you can see, I did post a couple of plays that could have been had in the market. If you want to check it out, you can just simply go back to the previous video. You can check it out. I had good crypto assets listed, and most of the crypto assets did play out the upside to the T, guys, to the fucking T. Aave, Algo, Tron, I mean Bitcoin as well, right? I mean, most of the assets that I simply posted on the previous video simply went towards the target. And what did I do? I simply fucked off from the market, taking out all the profit, right? I mean, this is a range bound situation going on, guys. This is a simple consolidation phase. The institutes and the professionals are not interested in the market as of now, guys, which is why if you want to play this trading game as of now, as the year ends, maybe just keep on taking profit and don't position yourself in the market in such kind of landscape, guys. If you want to position yourself into anything, maybe choose Bitcoin or USDT, guys. Not gonna lie about that, right? Position yourself in USD or Bitcoin, just the most stable crypto assets out there. Is USD a crypto asset? I mean, I don't think so. USDT certainly is a crypto asset, but it's kind of like a stable coin. So, well, you can position yourself on stable coins as well. You can provide liquidity and you can yield. You can keep on yielding, right? So with that said, guys, let's talk about some yielding right here. This is just fucking madness, to be honest with you. So on Francium protocol, what do you do, guys? What do you do on Francium protocol? You farm on freaking leverage, right? Talk about normal farming, man. Holy shit. You add on to 3x leverage onto these farmings, and if you calculate the compounded APR, which is called APY, that is when you talk about literally 3 million % APY, guys. Holy shit. Look, this is potentially not going to play out, right? I mean, I don't think it's going to work out until the rest of the year. I mean, having this kind of APY for 365 days with base asset being really volatile is certainly not something which is going to be playing out, but it works until it doesn't, guys. So until these things are working, maybe you can jump into all of these protocols with little amount of liquidity and maybe test these things for yourself and see for yourself how these things are working out, right? Although with leverage comes a lot of risk. Remember, guys, leverage is equal to risk, right? So 3x leverage means that if the base asset goes down by, let's just say 25-30%, everything that you invest for yielding is going to be taken away from you by the market, right? So 3x leverage yield farming means a lot of risk, which is why you can try out this protocol with less amount of money, guys. Although if you talk about this amount of APY, and if you just simply pour in $1 right here, you know the deal, guys, you know what I'm talking about, right? But back again, who knows if it's going to play out for the rest of the year itself. I mean, essentially, to be honest with you, yes, I know it's not going to play out for the rest of the year, guys. 365 days with such amount of APY coming from any asset is certainly a fucking far-fetched opinion, to be honest with you. So most likely this is not going to work out for the long term, but until this one is working, you can test it out, guys. And these things are not limited to only all of these unknown crypto assets, right? You can extend all of this list all the way towards Ray Atlas pools as well, Samo as well, Like as well, Polis as well, Atlas USDC as well. All of these are yielding you good returns, guys, good returns, right? So what you can do essentially is this, most of the assets right here belong to the Solana ecosystem. So watch for Solana's price action consolidating and formulating a good looking base. Once you see the volatility fading away from Solana, maybe jump into these assets, jump into something which is strong against Solana as well. It's certainly something that is going to work out as a whole, guys. So all of these assets are right here for you. You can check it out for yourself. Most likely, if I were to be looking onto something, I would be going for Atlas USDC liquidity providing pool right here, guys. On 3x leverage, you're going to be getting 700% APY. But remember, everything is risky once you jump into leverage, guys. So Francium protocol right here, I mean, huge shout out and hats off to this protocol, guys. They've grown quite a bit, guys. I remember using this protocol back in the days when the liquidity right here was, I don't know, guys, not even $100,000 or something like that. Now they've grown into fucking $400 million worth of leveraged yield farming on Solana itself. It's just crazy to see all of these good protocols picking up in in mere months or so, right? So good protocol right here, guys. And in fact, if you don't want to jump into all of these leveraged high risk yield farming, you can simply go ahead, you can lend all of these crypto assets, guys. They have a huge lending pool. I mean, they initially started with USDC and USDT. Now they have a list of crazy amount of crypto assets coming from your Ethereum universe as well, right? So you got a wormhole, guys. We have wormhole. I'm going to be making a good looking video on how to get your Ethereum assets into Solana and yield right here as well. So interesting things to follow up, I guess, right? And I'm in my new studio, guys. I've been doing this thing for a week or something like that, kind of enjoying my holidays as well with this with the same thing, which is why I'm kind of underexposed in the market, guys. I'm really not doing a lot of trading in the market as of now, but if I'm looking for any trades, I'm just going to be picking out very specific price action setups, guys. Nothing beyond what is not in my system as a whole, right? Okay, guys, so last topic for the day, ANKR protocol right here. ANKR against USD on the daily time frame, which is bouncing up nicely with the 350 moving average. You can see right here, guys, both of these moving averages are Fibonacci numbers. 144 and 350 moving average coming from these price points is picking up the price action pretty much nicely. So what you have done right here, you have simply established a good looking higher low in context to all the lows that are being formulated from these price points right here, guys. Initially, you put in your first low onto your the last week of June had your first low, right? I mean, this one was pretty much the market blow off, guys. This is where you formulated a base with most of the crypto assets doing the same thing, right? But ANKR likes to do this again and again. Why do I say this? Because I dug deep into the price action and I saw these patterns repeating again and again and again and again. So what you have to look forward to is the fact that maybe once this range is resolved to the upside, remember, guys, this is something which happened right here. So this is something which is happening potentially once again, which is why, guys, I'm simply going to be taking away this diagonal trending line as a whole. And I'm going to be, if I were to be looking at this asset from a completely bullish bias, I would be patiently waiting for this level to be taken out. Once you take out the all-time highs on a weekly schedule, that is when you will be going for another expansion, guys. Something like this could potentially happen once again, right? Where is my ellipse? Ellipse are used for this kind of depictions as well, right? So yeah, there's something, some kind of this expanse could potentially play out. That really depends on how Bitcoin is performing in the market, guys. Although I do believe that as we enter January, which historically has been a good month for altcoins, we should be looking forward to good and strong price actions on altcoins, guys. So any altcoin which is looking strong against Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other major crypto assets, maybe looking forward to that shitcoin for that matter, is certainly going to be working out for the first month of 2021. Oh, 2022, guys. Holy shit. We're jumping into new year itself, right? Okay, guys. Pretty long video for you folks right here. 20 minutes long. I think I'm going to be catching a simply losing my words by this amount of time, guys. I think I'm pretty much out of practice, right? It's been a long time since I've been posting consistently, so maybe I should start doing that for you guys right here. Anyways, I'll catch all of you pretty soon. Bye for now.